All right. So after a very powerful speech by Barack Obama, I'm joined by Eddie Dara. Lincoln Schrock had a very nice year last year, finished sixth place, made a trip to the playoffs. 2 years before that, Ed had some struggles, a 4-9 and a 5-8, but Linc was able to right the ship. So I guess we'll just start off a little bit of background. So Linc, why don't you give us your first impression of Ed and how you met him?
Well, actually, my first impression of Ed, I thought he was a geek. He used to sing like the national anthem for our school's hockey team and do like the intros before all like the soccer and field hockey games. But he actually asked me to be a part of one of his NCAA brackets in the cafeteria, and I actually ended up winning that bracket. So like the first time I met Ed, he really just owed me a bunch of money.
And Ed, what was your experience?
Oh, I just want to say I've never sang the national anthem, only in the shower. But I knew him as a hockey player when I was the public address announcer, and partly that is true about him winning the bracket. But we played pickup, stickball, and things like that. So definitely from college we connected, and we were roommates our senior year, and we played baseball at Newman.
Okay. So Linc, Fort Wayne, the home of Tyler Eifert, the Plumleys, DeMarcus Beasley, and a little bit of the youth of Stephen King. What is Fort Wayne about? What's it like?
Fort Wayne is known as we have three rivers here in Fort Wayne. We have about 300,000 people that live here. Very historic city. Johnny Appleseed was actually buried in Fort Wayne.
Wow.
So it's a great city for minor league sports. The Comets have the second best attendance the last 10 years in minor league hockey, second to the Hershey Bears.
Oh.
And we just built a new stadium for our minor league baseball team, the Tin Caps, reference to Johnny Appleseed. And they've got a nice little baseball stadium in downtown Fort Wayne. So minor league sports is kind of what we're known for.
Okay, and how did you end up at Newman from Fort Wayne?
Actually, I just played junior hockey and had a few Division I sniffs, and one of the coaches I really liked at the last second got the head coaching job at Newman. His name was Dennis Williams, and he left after my sophomore season. But it was a good opportunity for me to come in and play right away and get a lot of ice time as a freshman, and I really didn't know much about the school or the area. I knew that it was close to Philadelphia, and obviously, being at a small Catholic school was a good choice because I got the more one-on-one, small classroom environment, and then you could always go out into the city and party with the Villanovas or St. Joe's or Temple. It was kind of the best of both worlds.
Okay. And then to flip over to Ed. So Ed, starting a new job, new chapter.
Speaking of St. Joe's,
you're kind of running the gauntlet of Philly schools.
I think I just need Temple and Villanova.
Nova's like the last stop. The buck stops there.
Yeah, but I'm a St. Joe's guy now. Phil Martelli. I'm going to get tickets for everyone in the league. We're going to have a night out here in Philadelphia, I promise you.
Okay, and how's Kahlua doing?
My dog's fine, thank you for asking.
Okay, for those that don't know, I have the...
Is that going to be a piece where you mention someone's animal?
I don't know. We just had two animal references. I don't think that we'll have any going forward. All right, so to flip over to fantasy now. So you guys have the second pick in the draft. You're behind Dan Sorg. Is there any inclination of which way you're going here? And is there...
I'm going to take Antonio Brown if he's there.
Antonio Brown's the guy if he's there. So if Brown is gone, is there someone else lined up, or is that where you kind of start flipping cards?
I think we'll wait closer until the draft to make that decision. I think there's a lot of guys you'd probably take at number 2. The thing is, I think a guy like Sorg, he's got the number 1 pick, right?
Right.
He's probably going to get real cute and go a different route. So, I'm thinking there's a legitimate chance that we're going to end up with Antonio Brown.
Okay.
Just because I think Sorg might pull something like that.
Yeah. I mean, he's certainly a wild card there. And then, do you think, looking obviously when you're at one of the ends of the draft, you have the large wait till it comes back to you. Is there any sort of strategy? I don't know if you want to even get into it about looking at running back depth and so forth, because obviously when you kind of wait, if you go best available, you could kind of end up, I guess, short on one end. But is that something you look at, or are you more of a best available always guy?
I think less is more. I think looking at it too much will just make you go fucking crazy. We'll make a decision. We'll consult with each other. That's why I have the best GM in the league, and we'll make a decision when that time comes.
Okay, so you've got 2 rivalry games this year. Joey sounded pretty animated about the rivalry game with you yesterday, and then you've also got a rivalry game with Pete, who I believe you had dinner with tonight.
I broke bread with him, but speaking of Joey Cohen, I mean, I have the same fucking hat, and I'm no official, and I think I wear it better, Joe. And I look forward to beating your ass 2 times this year.
The hat's good. Joey's really running with that hat.
I mean, he hasn't taken it off in 3 weeks.
It's got to have some sort of smell.
I don't think he showered doing those trips either. So
I
look forward to Joe. We look forward to Pete. Always, rivalry with Pete with the other league, and Kev's in there too. So 2 good guys I've known for a long time. Linc knows Pete from visiting us. So it's going to be a good year rivalry wise.
Okay, and then before we jump into the speed round, do something that was kind of thrown out there. So we'll give a word to describe each person. So you give me something about Linc, Linc will give me something about you, and we'll do it on a 3 count. So 1, 2, 3.
Stubborn.
Goofy.
Okay, all right. That's a nice marriage right there. So let's jump into the speed round here. So you 2 or Billy Joel?
Billy Joel.
I don't understand the question.
I mean, who do you like more?
Billy Joel.
Billy Joel. Okay, I thought Ed was gonna go you 2.
It's a beautiful day.
Let's grind a little deeper.
Okay, that's what threw me off. I thought you meant like you 2 as in me and Ed.
Oh, okay. All right.
Keep going. Sorry.
That's fair. Let's really grind it here. So, Jeter or Peyton?
Peyton.
Jeter.
Wow, two opposites. No middle ground at all.
I mean, Jeter's one of a kind. I think there's a class of quarterbacks. Peyton's, in the bunch. He's not even the best in the biz. So.
Is
What are you talking? Eddie? What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I?
Peyton's arguably
He's not
the best
asking.
quarterback ever to play.
I'm sorry.
Peyton Manning's arguably the best quarterback ever to play.
And Derek Jeter's probably arguably the best shortstop to ever play. An all-around ball player.
You think Derek Jeter's the best shortstop that ever played?
I said one of them, but I know that he's better than Peyton.
Peyton Manning is the best quarterback that ever played.
Ed, would you say
Last season.
would you say Brady's better than Peyton?
Yes.
Brady's had better teams than Peyton. I don't think he's a better quarterback than Peyton. If you put Peyton Manning and Belichick together, I mean,
It's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on. So, Geno's or Pat's?
Geno's.
Pats.
Pat's. Okay. Favorite stadium to visit as an away fan?
I'll say, I'm going to say the old Yankee Stadium. I'm a Red Sox fan. I love going to Fenway Park, so I don't count that as being away, but I thought Yankee Stadium, when I went there, that was probably my all-time favorite stadium that I've been to aside from Fenway.
Toronto.
Toronto?
Yeah.
The basketball or baseball?
Baseball in the hotel.
Okay. I'm with you, Linc. I think Old Yankee Stadium my favorite as well.
And we have history at Old Yankee Stadium.
Oh,
Bring it up.
the greatest play I've ever witnessed in my life. Better athlete, Chris Martin or Jim Gazzaley?
He doesn't know that answer. Right now?
Give me prime and give me now.
Prime, I would say Chris Martin. Right now, Jim. Absolutely. I mean,
Jim is...
Give me water. Every day.
Jim's trying to jump up to Stu Kloss.
Every day, grinding it out.
Last time you threw a dip in?
7 minutes ago.
I've never chewed in my life.
Oh, what a guy. So wholesome. So this one will go to Ed. If you had to put together a all-time hell pot team of 4 players, who would be your 4?
Pekarski, Ciardiello, Sorg, and Lenny Bing.
Lenny Bing. That's a nice one. He lives in the woods there. This one could be for both of you, or if one wants to take it. So, who was the worst fantasy draft pick that you've ever made? Looking at like a top round guy that you guys took. I had the pleasure of taking Sean Green. I think his rookie or second year real early, and he really screwed me. So, who's a worse guy?
That's a good question. Ed, you want to take that? Because I think you've had a few more bad picks than I have.
I just know I had the first pick in 03 or 04, and I took Vic first, and he broke his leg. We drafted on my birthday, July 30th. So that's how many years ago we didn't know what we were doing.
Lacey last year could be at the top too.
Well, I know last year for us it was definitely C.J. Anderson. I mean, it was at the end of the second round, but gosh, it was tough living with him all year. That was a nightmare.
Yeah, that's a rough one. Who is your most disliked professional athlete?
Alex Rodriguez. No brainer.
I mean, I can't really stand Chase Utley, so
Really?
I just can't stand the guy.
Why Chase Utley?
I mean, I watched.
He's a scrappy guy like yourself.
He's arrogant.
You guys both have the same hair.
I do now. My hair got thicker. Reverse going on.
Who's the most annoying manager in the league?
That's
you.
Me?
Yeah.
I'm sure I'm up there on a lot of lists.
either it's got to be Sorg or by the end of the year I kind of like that Kevin Rush guy, but at the beginning, I don't know, he just rubbed me the wrong way. So I'll say either Sorg or Rush. Okay,
and then we'll wrap up here.
I got a few questions for you.
That's not the way this works. So,
you sound like Trump now, right?
maybe you'll be the person who interviews me for the 12th spot. We could do that. So end of the season this year. Where is Batman and Robin?
Well, we didn't pick out the name yet.
All right. Well, that's.
I changed that mojo up. Where are we?
Yeah.
We're in the top. We're in the top 6. I'm not gonna. We'll be in the top 6 every year in this league. We'll make the playoffs. I'll say 4 out of 5 years in this league.
I mean, there's nothing else to be said.
No, we'll be competing for a championship every year. That's the goal.
I mean, and my thought last year, obviously, I wasn't able to take the reins, but I made a decision that I think it's always good to have 2 heads, and I'm revolutionizing fantasy football. Yeah.
All right, and before you go, is there any message you'd like to send out to the league, or any sort of warning shots? Give you an open platform here.
Yeah, that Cone guy can stick his 4 cats in his sombrero and stick it in the microwave. That's all I got for that guy.
And I just want to say, I'm fucking back. I'm stronger, faster, better, and I'm looking forward to winning a championship.
All right, thanks, guys.
Yeah, in September.
All right, thanks again, guys. Take care. Bye.